Good morning students, welcome to the Sheba group of school online class. Today we started the new lesson from the volume 2, that is 8th lesson, physical chemical equilibrium. Okay, that is physical and chemical means that is equilibrium have to explain through these explanations, that is examples using seesaw and tug of war. So you just assume what is that seesaw method to play means the two people have to sit on the opposite side, have to play. Once you have to stand it for the equal, for that the push up, that is the certain pressures. Okay, and more to this tug of war. So tug of war also have to play like that, the opposite sides. So some of the people standing for that pull in this rope have to, it's once the rope it's not will move on to this here and there means that is a equal pull up, that is a pressures. Okay, so opposite side have to pull in this one side means the same thing happen to the other side means the rope is standed by the same position. Okay, so that is the equilibrium using that physical. Now more to this chemical. So chemical equilibrium means it's explained the simple way. In previous class also we learned about the 10th standard, that is melting, freezing, evaporations likewise. Okay, so first of all go for that physical equilibrium, the step by step for that elaborated. Solid liquid equilibrium. Okay, solid liquid equilibrium, that is that the rate of the melting ice is equal to the rate of freezer of water. Okay, so how the rate of the melting means how we can get that freezing of that liquid state. So both are the same thing, it will be changed into the states only. Okay, solid it change into liquid. Okay, and then liquid vapor equilibrium. So liquid convert into vapor means that also have to call also evaporations. In this evaporations happen using that water means the water, the liquid state have to convert into the gaseous of the water droplets. Okay, and solid vapor equilibrium. So just now I told you for that water, here another example is also here for that iodine. Iodine is a solid state. Once you have to implement to this process, it will be changed into the gaseous state. So solid convert into vapor using that the variety of the elements. And more to this equilibrium involving the dissolution of the solids or gases in liquids. Okay, first solid in liquids. So what is that solid in liquids? That is sugar, that is also considered as the solid. It will be converted into sugar solution. So the components is the same but the states it will be difference. Okay, so sugar is the sugar because of the components, the chemical things is same, but solid it's a, sugar is a solid state means the crystallized state, but the syrup, that is a solution means that is a liquid state. So solid and liquid but the components is the same. Okay, that is you have to understand through this formula. Rate of dissolution of solute is equal to rate of crystallization of solute. Okay, and gas in liquids, the same thing for gas in liquids. When a gas dissolves in the liquid under a given pressure, there will be under equilibrium between gas molecules in the gaseous state, those dissolved in the liquid. So if you want to understand means I will explain you for the examples. Carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is a gaseous states one, you know that it will be changed into carbon dioxide the solutions. Okay, so gaseous also have to convert into what is that the liquid state, that is a solution means liquid. Okay, so carbon dioxide the vapor, that is the gaseous state, convert into liquid of carbon dioxide. Okay, this is the gas in liquid. Okay, so first you just understand about, so all the states have to remaining for the convert into another state, but the components it's not a changeable. Okay, and this is that important for the, so this is you have to understand about how it play in this the equilibrium in the physical state. Now more to this chemical states. So chemical states means that is the simple equations, that is reactant have to give the product, that is for example have to implement A plus B, this is the reactant, we can get C plus D, that is the product. So that is also the equal amount of the atoms and molecules, but it will be get it the new product, but the molecules or the counting it's the same, that is called chemical equilibrium. So in previous states you can understand about that physical equilibrium. Okay, now move on to this chemical means first general thing, reactant, it's move on to this product means it's not a the atoms and molecules counting is the same, but we can get the new product. Okay, so new product one kadaikum. I mean I am going to explain for that the number of atoms and molecules oda counting உங்களுக்கு சேம் ஆகுமே தவிர, பட் அதே உங்களுக்கு ப்ராடக்ட் கிடைக்காது, உங்களுக்கு ஒரு நியூ ப்ராடக்ட் கிடைக்கும். ஸோ அதுதான் உங்களுக்கு என்னென்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, கெமிக்கல் ஈக்விலிபிரியம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ ஆல்ரெடி ஸ்டாக்கியோமெட்ரிக்ஸில் கூட நம்ம இந்த பேசிஸில் தான் நம்ம படிச்சிருந்தோம். ஸோ அதோடு நீங்கள் ரிலேட் பண்ணிங்க அப்படின்னா கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியாக உங்களுக்கு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் ஆகும். நெக்ஸ்ட் கான்செப்ட், டைனமிக் நேச்சர் ஆஃப் equilibrium. So what is the dynamic nature? Dynamic natures, it will be quite interesting. You have to assume that the floor of buildings, for first floor second floor or buildings இருக்கும். ஸோ அந்த பில்டிங்ஸில் வந்து பீப்புள்ஸ் வந்து ஹியர் அண்ட் தேர் மூவ் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்காங்க. ஜஸ்ட் யூ கேன் கன்சிடர் ஃபார் த பீப்புள் ஆஃப் த சம் பீப்புள் ஆர் 5 or 10 பீப்புள்ஸ் ஹாவ் டு கம் டவுன் இன் திஸ் ஃபஸ்ட் ஃப்ளோர் ஃப்ரம் தி செகண்ட். ஓகே, otherwise the same time the first floor have to the people go on move on to this upper on that second floor, on that the timing is the same. So what you understand from this process, already அங்கே 10 peoples இருக்காங்க, ஜஸ்ட்டு உங்களுக்கு என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, பிளேஸ் சேஞ்ச் மட்டும் தான் பண்ணுறாங்க, பட் உங்களுக்கு அங்கே ஸ்டேபிளாக இருக்கக்கூடிய 10 peoples உங்களுக்கு அங்கேயே கவுண்டிங்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு கரெக்டாக வரும். இப்போ உங்களுக்கு ஈக்குவேஷன்ஸில் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லியிருந்தேன் இல்லையா, உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ரியாக்டன்ட் இருக்குது, ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் இருக்குன்னா அந்த ரியாக்டண்ட்டை பேஸ் பண்ணி நியூ ப்ராடக்ட் கிடைக்கும். பட் அதோட ஆட்டம்ஸ் அண்ட் மாலிகுல்ஸோட அந்த மெஷர்மெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து உங்களுக்கு சேமாக இருக்கும். தட் இஸ் த சேம் திங் ஃபார் த டைனமிக். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு 10 பீப்புள்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு சேமாக இருப்பாங்க, பட் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் பீப்புள்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க. ஸோ தட் இஸ் தட் ரீசன். த சேம் டைம் இட் வில் பி ஹேப்பன் டு திஸ் ஆப்போசிட் டைரக்ஷன்ஸ். ஓகே, தட் இஸ் டைனமிக் ஈக்விலிபிரியம். ஓகே, அண்ட் கம்மிங் டு திஸ் நெக்ஸ்ட் கான்செப்ட், homogeneous and heterogeneous. What is that homo and heterogeneous? That is already we learned. Again I will explain. Homo means the completely dissolve in the same procedure, but hetero we cannot dissolve in the same procedure, that same components. Okay, the same way what you understand means reactant product. If the reactant is a gaseous state, the product also in the gaseous state means that is homogeneous. Okay, if the reactant is gaseous state or solid state, we can get that or gas or solid, that mixing of the state means that is called heterogeneous. So heterogeneous and homogeneous means the different kind of the state level. So reactant and product is same on a states irundhuchuna, that is considered as a homogeneous, and different kind of states in between that reactant and product means that is considered as the and heterogeneous. So homogeneous and heterogeneous. Okay, that is the important thing. And also have that the examples for hydrogen with iodine, both are, that is the gaseous state, we can get the hydrogen iodide also the what is that gaseous states. So that is homogeneous equilibrium. And heterogeneous, water that is a liquid state, it's convert into the evaporate, that is vaporization, that is a gaseous state, that is considered as the heterogeneous equilibrium. Okay, and now move on to this the new concept of this lesson, law of mass action. So what is that law of mass actions means, that is active mass is equal to n by v the mole dm minus 3, or we can write the units also mole per liter. Okay, so mole per liter nalo mole dm minus 3 அப்படினு சொன்னாலும் both are the same unit. So ஆக்டிவ் மாஸ் உடைய ஈக்குவல் வந்துட்டு நம்பர் ஆஃப் மோல்ஸ் பை வால்யூம் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. ஸோ இந்த ஒரு ரியாக்ஷன்ஸை வச்சு நம்மளோட டெரிவேஷன்ஸ் எப்படி மேக் பண்ணுறோன்னு பார்க்கலாம். அண்ட் பிஃபோர் தட் த ரேட் ஆஃப் த ரியாக்டன்ட் மீன்ஸ் how can we write that rate proportional to the reactant. Okay, so that also you have to notice that. Now going to explain about that the constant of Kc Kp of equilibrium. So equilibrium constant, that is Kp. Kp means that is that the constant of the partial pressure. Okay, that is equilibrium of constant Kp. And Kc, so what is that Kc means the concentration of that the equilibrium of constant. So concentrations க்கு intimationக்கு C அப்படினு இருக்கும், partial pressure க்கு உங்களுக்கு என்னென்ன இருக்கும் P அப்படினு இருக்கும். So Kp and Kc, that is the equilibrium of constants. So now move on to this, the derivations about that, the constant of equilibrium. So this is equilibrium constant Kc and Kp. So that is a general formula for that reactant and product. Assume as Xa and Yb, and we can get that Lc and Md. Okay. So AB இலிருந்து CD என்ற product நம்மளுக்கு கிடைக்குது. So depending on that atoms, number of atoms have to intimate XY and Lm. Okay. So move on to this, the constant replacement. For the constant, for that backward and forward have to intimate for F and B. Okay. Reactant of forward the proportional to the AX BY. Okay. Likewise the backward RB proportional to the CL and DM. Okay. So in this combined word have to write likewise for Kf of Ax By is equal to Kb Cl Dm. Okay. And have to find out for that Kc means you have to replace the equations Kf by Kb is equal to Cl Dm by Ax By. So this is the finest one. So you just understand about the finest one for Kc value. So same thing for that partial pressure Kp is equal to PCl and into PDM divided by PAX and PBY. So this is for partial pressure and this is for concentration of the equilibrium constant. So this is most of important. இதை பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் நமக்கு டெரிவேஷன்ஸ் வரும். ஸோ கேசியோட வேல்யூ கேபியோட வேல்யூ நீங்கள் கண்டிப்பாக ரிமைண்ட் பண்ணணும். ஓகே. நவ் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் பிட்வீன் கேபி அண்ட் கேசி. So that also have to using that same fundamental method for that AB gives CD. Okay. So Kc value already given for Cl Dm by Ax By. So Kp value also have to given for the textbook PCl PDM by PAX PBY. So this is that fundamentals. Now have to relate with the ideal gas, that is PV is equal to nRT. So if you want to find out for the pressure means you have to rearrange the formula P is equal to N by V RT. Okay. So you just based on that active mass. Active mass means N by V. So already I told you for that active mass A is equal to N by V. So just have to write down for that PAX, that is AX RT. So it's referred to this NVRT. So N means AX, RT X. Okay. And PBY. B means N by V, that is active mass RT. So likewise C and D have to write AX RTX and BY RTY, CL RTL and DM RTM. Okay. So simple way, if you understand means you can write that all those things. Okay. And coming to this formula for the Kp, you just write down for the values. So once you just implement to the values and mathematical methods, you have to simplify that the compounds for Cl Dm and RT L plus M. Okay. So here also RT and here also RT, so L plus M. So obviously the powers is want to add. Okay. L plus M. So likewise also have to do this in these portions. So and also have to simplify for that in the position means Kp is equal to Cl Dm by Ax By RT L plus M minus XY. So in these portions have to convert into delta Ng. Delta Ng means that is the difference between the sum of the number of moles product and the sum of the number of moles reactant, that is L plus M X plus Y. Okay. That is the delta Ng. So the finalist method of the relationship Kp is Kc means Kp is equal to Kc RT delta Ng. So that is very important derivations of that in your examinations will come for that at least the 5 marks or 3 marks. So likewise for that reversible reactions of the constant equilibrium have to given the tabulations, the page number 7. You just notice that what is the reversible reactions of that the particular reaction and what is that the equilibrium of the constant have to use that அப்படின்றத நீங்கள் tabulations பண்ணி நீங்கள் யூஸ் பண்ணி தெரிஞ்சிக்கலாம். For that the forward reactions means we can use that Kc constant, and always for if the reaction is reversed means you can use that 1 by Kc and move on to this and A to D. that is that 4 types of reactions have to use that K4, that is included for K1 and 2. I mean the constant of that the 3 categories have to combine means we can get 4th category. So that is 1 2 3 move on to this 4. ஸோ அதுதான் உங்களுக்கு என்ன மாதிரியான ஈக்குலிபியம் கான்ஸ்டன்ட்ஸ் நம்மளுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும் அப்படின்றத டேப்லேஷன்ஸில் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஓகேவா? ஸோ ஐ ஹோப் யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் அபவுட் டுடே வீடியோஸ் அண்ட் ஹேவ் டு சென்ட் அவுட் ஃபார் த ஹோம்ஒர்க்ஸ் ஆல்சோ ஆஸ் பர் த டைம். தேங்க்யூ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்.